guys in the second half, shifting matchups around, AG on AD, moves, good shots. Great. What was kind of the goal of that adjustment, and how did you think it played out?
What was the goal? Anthony Davis was 11 of 12 at halftime. So the goal was you got to do something different. He was playing extremely well, and something that we've used in the past, playoffs, regular season, cross-match, and put different guys on different players. The fact that I think AD did not score in the fourth quarter, I thought our guys did a great job. Aaron, KCP, and that allows Nikola, with his IQ, to kind of roam and protect and communicate as a backline defender, where he's phenomenal. But overall, it was effective. But that's playoff basketball, making adjustments along the way to give yourselves the best chance to win.
Michael, when you make in-game adjustments like those cross matches and it works so well, what's kind of the balance when you go forward in a series between wanting to be able to return to some of that and maybe wanting to still improve on the stuff that wasn't great defensively in the first half in sort of the original matchups like Jokic on AD?
Yeah, no, we're gonna do what we do. And then you read the game, you read the flow, how you're being hurt, and then you make your adjustments. But we've probably, since we knew we were playing the Lakers, Wednesday was our first practice, we've gone over our game plan, and we've gone over adjustments for a lot of different players and play calls that we haven't even had to show yet. So that's why in the playoffs it's more of a chess match, reading and reacting. But again, we're not doing things that we've never done before. You don't come into a game, write something on the back of a napkin and say, let's do this tonight. Everything that we're going to try to employ has been stuff that we've worked on and we've used in live game situations.
There was such a high after game two. Do you think the guys did a good job of kind of putting that in the past and moving on today at practice?
Yeah, no, our goal is to go out there and win a first quarter, be up at halftime. We're not going to have the luxury of having the best fans in the NBA behind us in the second half comeback as we had in game one and game two. So there's a lot of things that we can improve upon. It's great that we're up 2-0. That beats the alternative, but we have to go to LA and find a way to win game three. And that starts off with getting off to a much better start.
On that note, tell me if it sounds stupid, but why do I have more confidence in you guys when you're trailing at half than when you have a big lead at half?
Because history would tell you that when we have a big lead, we tend to relax. And we tend to abandon everything that afforded us the lead that we had. And so when you're down by 20, you become urgent, you become desperate, you become hungry. And it was so evident. First half defensive clips, second half defensive clips. Yes, we made the adjustment, but it wasn't just the adjustment, it was the activity, the urgency, and desperation in which we played with. So, I still would like to be up at halftime and stop digging ourselves double-digit deficits as we have in game one and two. But there is concern, to your point, Vic, to my father, who recently would have turned 89 years old, but he would always say that, when you guys get a lead, man, because I get really nervous. And so hopefully we get a lead, but it's not too big of a lead.
How many times have you watched Jamal Murray's shot? Have you rewatched it back?
I go through the film probably like 5 times, and then every time I watch it, I get just as excited. And not just in the shot, but the reaction. Like, I'm looking at David Adelman jumping in the air, Dan Szymanski running around like he's a 2-year-old, the bench reaction, the fans behind the bench aren't even watching the game, they're watching it on the Jumbotron, which is so weird to me. It's happening right in front of you, and they're like this. But yeah, it was a hell of a play and one of those shots. Has a nickname been given to it yet? Is there a
shot at 52-8?
The shot. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. We got to work on that.
I don't know about that.
I'm going to come up with something better than the shot at 52-80.
How about Jamal Murray made a shot? That's what.
How about and I believe it was the first buzzer beater in Nuggets playoff history. But yeah, it was a great moment, and those are moments that you will talk about and relive for 50 years from now. They'll still be talking about that. So incredible, but somebody made the point. We enjoyed it that night, but then you get back to work, and we know you're going to LA with a team that is down 2-0, and they played really well. Yes, we won both games, but third quarter, they're up 2 with 6 to go, and third quarter in game 2, they're up 20. So we got to make sure that we're not trailing all game and relying upon that comeback once again.
You gotta go back to you watch the game 5 times?
Yeah, I mean,
What are you watching for each time that you watch it back?
well, what having 2 days in between is probably a blessing and a curse, because it's like, you know, I'm gonna go to bed. Let me just go back one more time, and because I have all my edits, my cleanup edit, the plays we got to walk through, personnel edit, going through all that stuff, and so after a while, like, you're just watching the same clip over and over and over. But that's good. I mean, that's our whole focus is right now, and hopefully it helps.
The building literally shook. Did you? I mean, is that the loudest it's ever been?
Oh, I mean, last year, obviously, the countdown to us winning our championship, it wasn't that defining moment, but when the realization was going that we're about to win a championship, that was a pretty incredible moment as well. But yeah, that was, I can't remember in my 9 years here many moments better than Jamal's game winner in the playoff game over the Lakers in front of a great crowd.
On the broadcast, we see you propping up your players. How important is that to do that? And also, as a coach, making those adjustments with just propping them up?
Yeah, I think it's, especially this time of the year, it's ultra important. You know, X's and O's, drawing up a play, that's all good, that's fine. But I think what ultimately it comes down to is relationships and the connection and the chemistry and the love that our group really has for each other. And even when we weren't playing well, each huddle there was no panic. There was no, what do we do? It was stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. They're making really tough shots. We were 2 for 16 on wide open threes. 2 for 16. Keep on shooting the ball. We're getting the shots that we want. And I think because you stay together, because you stay positive and stay connected, that allows a comeback to happen. If you go the other way, if you panic and start losing your mind, that 20-point lead is going to 35. And that's why our group is always in a game. We're never out of games because we've been in it, and we have complete trust in each other.
Thanks, Coach.